partner.
Boys, what up? How's
we
it going?
doing?
Good.
What's happening?
I'm living large. How are you guys? Boog, we got to brush up a little bit, me and Kev, since you were a few minutes late to the pod. But
True.
how did those
Like,
tests go? Well, first, okay, I didn't introduce anybody last week. Now we're here with Turner, Eugene, Meeker, Boog Meek, and then we are here also with Kev Cal, Boog's cousin, a former teammate of mine, national champion, 3rd, 4th grade NJB. Shout out.
Yes.
But yeah, so let's just hop right into it. Kev, I want to say I was talking to my dad a little bit about this. He's like, "Oh, who are you talking with today?" I was like, "Oh, Kevin Boog." He's like, "Tell Kev it was him or Kevin Bertisevich." He's like, "We had all the other spots." He's like, "For that guard's position filled up." He goes, "We made the right choice with Kev." He goes, "He had a couple big threes for us down in LA." So he remembers it all. It's good stuff.
Oh my goodness. To know that it was down to me and Bartisevich.
Well,
I got the best of that guy in everything.
No.
Avery Park Little League, I had him.
Oh, exactly. But for that 3 spot though, Kev, you were gonna be on the team.
Hey,
one
anyway
way or
on the
another.
team, baby.
Come on. But
There to get a chip.
and that we did. Look, did your team?
No, we went to LA a couple times. Actually won my fifth grade all net.
Ooh,
Yeah, we didn't win it in LA.
but you
we
won
won
what
it,
you could.
We got first in the all net, so
Let's go.
but no, never won it down there. Got close a couple times.
Good times. Good fucking times. So, what are you guys doing this upcoming weekend? You got any Halloween plans?
Shit, man. No Halloween plans, but I got a fucking baseball game though. 4th game of our little fall season.
Wow, you
I
coaching
just
again?
joined like a men's, just like the San Jose men's baseball
playing?
league.
Let's go. I didn't know
Yeah.
you were playing again.
Yeah, I did last fall, and my team was the worst in the league. And it was like, after like game 6, it was like not very fun just to go out. And I was just like, but I stayed in contact with a guy who was coaching a team that was like 2nd or 3rd. So I just hopped in with them.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, this will be, we've already played 3 games, but yeah, dude, 8 for 13. And then 7 innings, 0 ERA.
Oh, you're throwing too?
10 punchies.
Kev
blowing smoke.
Otane. That's incredible. You're not, is it the Rockies? Tell me you're playing for the Rockies.
I am, bro.
Shut
Number
up.
88. Shout out Luis Robert. No lie, bro.
Bro,
88 for Luis. I'm on the Rockies. We have a tank jersey.
So-
I wear my purple Colorado sleeve underneath.
That
with
is
an
incredible.
obviously Rocky hat.
Is Sean
And we just
Harrington
fucking
coaching?
break.
That is
Do you
so
know
sick.
Sean Harrington?
Sean Harrington. Dude, that's the guy.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so I played at Danza with him and then Hardkey and stuff. So I've known Harrington for quite some time now.
Damn. Hell yeah, dude. Sean started all 3 on the hill.
Of course he did. He's the coach. He's
Yeah,
Jackie
man.
Moon.
I know.
Shawnee Moon.
He's going to probably get 10 starts. It's going to be great.
That's incredible. He just posted a video on Instagram the other day, and he's taking hacks golfing, and he's full on like taking not a Happy Gilmore, but hitting a big leg kick and then following through, but he's striping balls. It's incredible.
Really?
He looks like a
Goodness.
non-athlete, but that guy, poof, he can play.
Yeah.
What about you, Boog? What's Reno got cooking?
Shit, nothing much. Just probably watching the fights, Jake Paul and the Kattar ones, and then I'm not sure Halloween. I'll play it by ear, you know.
Yeah.
Never know what's going down in Reno, so I think I got a Cookie Monster costume in my trunk, so
Wow,
anything
dust
goes
that
down,
off.
I'll be ready.
Love
In
it.
the trunk? Is that what you said?
Yeah,
That is a weird
Okay.
spot
In a
for
little bag.
a costume. What do you got going in there?
I got it for Reno 2 years ago, and I came out the first time, and then I never wanted to bring it back out because I was like, that was when COVID was kind of new, so I was like, F it, leave it in there, and so it's kind of just stayed in there.
Incredible. How'd those tests go last week, Boog?
They were pretty good.
That is sus, my friend. That didn't sound very confident
No, sure.
at all.
No, they went well. I felt as good as I could
Good.
for 'em.
That's all you can do.
Yeah.
Well, shoot. In the time since we spoke, some big things have happened around the old Bay Area. The Niners, big time signing, small time playing, but big time signing for Christian McCaffrey. What do you think about that, Kev?
I mean, I would say it's probably a decent move for San Francisco. I'm not like super, like, I guess, deeply invested in the Niners, but I mean, I think they gave up more to get Trey Lance with that big trade with Miami to move up to 3 than they did with this McCaffrey, because they gave a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. So you still save some whatever. I don't think you even have a 1. So the Niners are obviously just kind of conceding an upcoming draft with probably top 5 talent roster in the NFL. So they're probably just going to try and ride that out, at least for the season, because it's a winnable division this year.
No, that's the thing. They're not playing well now, but if they can get their offense and defense clicking both at the same time, it's just like they've had one or the other, it seems, and just never at the same time. But, yeah, I mean, they have so many skilled players now. It's incredible. McCaffrey's not going to have to take every goddamn touch, and could be a big-time play for the Nines there. I was looking into it. There was some pickups that the Niners made back in the old days that this reminded me of. So, this is classic. In 1978, the Niners traded a first, 2 second, and a third for guess who? Wow, a 31-year-old OJ Simpson, baby.
Wow.
This has got the writings all over the wall. Christian, stay away from the butchery knives. So good. But as soon as I saw it, I was like, wow, that is reminiscent of the OJ trade. Hoping it works out a little bit better. OJ fucking sucked 2 years, like just over 1,000 yards of the team. But I thought that was pretty fucking funny. But yeah, I'm hopeful for the Niners. And look, how are you feeling with the Bronx? They looked a little bit better. Honestly, I like them with what's his name?
Rippin?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I got it wrong the last week, but
hey, no one listens anyways.
Honestly, it's getting tough, man. It's getting real tough. And gonna have to wake up at effing the crack of dawn this Sunday.
Oh, they're in London. Just woke up.
They're playing in London.
Town.
ESPN Plus little
London football, huh?
Yeah. So but honestly, I mean, I'm always gonna be down with them, and always gonna be fucking watching. So I'm still hopeful. It's getting tough, but I'm still hopeful. I just hope they don't make any trades. They're talking about sending Judy somewhere, sending Chubb somewhere. I really just do not want to see that. That'll be tough.
Do you think they go full blow up there, or do you think they just trade those couple guys away and then, build around Russ, or do you just say, well, the Russ experiment is over?
I think it's a little more. It might be the coach, because he's just like, it's not really too dynamic, but it might be a Russ problem. I think it's both, but they're locked in with Russ, so they're pretty much that's their guy. Yeah. So,
and he said he has Wolverine blood.
I think they want like picks for this year because they gave up a lot for him, and that's why they'd send like Judy or Chubb somewhere to get a bunch of picks. But I don't want to see it. That'd be not good.
Yeah,
dude, I would have loved to have seen, because KJ Hamler was a 2nd-round pick, right?
Yeah, 2nd or 3rd, I believe. Yeah.
Wouldn't you love to have seen who else you guys could have had instead of KJ Hamler in that second round of the NFL draft that could have just helped the team.
Yeah.
I'm
I
just
mean,
saying.
he had a bad injury last year, and he was doing pretty well. But yeah,
This season's just been. I don't know. I don't think he has a great stat line, right? Just
no,
across the board.
they've been easing him back in, and he's had
Yeah.
a few big catches down the field. But yeah, he hasn't been as productive as they wanted him. But he's on the wire. They said he's on the wire more than Judy is.
Sure. That makes sense.
Yeah, not a good days to be a Denver Broncos fan.
But it's a better day to be a Broncos fan than it is to be a Lakers fan. And unfortunately for Turner Meeker, we just throw the pile on, get it out of the way, 0-3. Can't do much about it. It's not you. They went for the 80% of the touches thing. It just can't do it.
Mike Singletary can't do it, won't do it.
Can't win with him. That's incredible.
Yeah, man, it's rough pickings out here.
Yeah,
It's rough pickings in LA.
So good.
It's tough for Russ too, because like each game his value diminishes when he plays because he's not playing too good. And it's like, what team is going to give you a first round pick right now for Russ?
Someone said that they should trade Russ for Lowry. It was on Twitter. And then a reply was, yeah, just same ass, different cheeks. Just so good.
That is true. I hate Lowry. He sucks.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you do with either of those two at this point. It's so, yeah. Kev, who's your team? Are you a Dubs guy?
Yeah, for NBA. I mean, I won't follow too close probably till like football's kind of deep and over. I don't know. I mean, you look at NBA scores now. I mean, talk about for the fans, like 137, 124. I mean, teams are running it up. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm more like right now, like World Series is coming. But yeah, Dubs for sure when it gets to playoff time. I usually just stick with the Dubs.
Yeah. It's sometimes basketball is so hard to watch. It's like, unless it's in the playoffs and they're actually playing, it's tough. It's usually when I pick it up, I just talk shit to Warriors fans the whole season, and then when they win, I celebrate. It's a good life. But you've been following a little bit of baseball though.
Oh yeah, I mean, because right now Friday starts the World Series with Philly and Houston, but yeah, man, I watched. Shit, dude, almost like every pitch, probably the NLCS at least, with the Phillies and Pods. Wow. I was pretty invested in that one. That was fun to watch.
That was a great series. Yeah, I caught a few of those games. Who do you like in the World Series? How can you not like Philly?
God, man. I mean, you've got to watch some Houston, bro.
No. I mean,
sick, man.
How does the heart not tell
pitching,
you
dude,
Philly? The head, obviously Houston, but how does the heart not tell you? Go for Philly. But
yeah, I mean, they're hot though, man. Philly, last team in, that typical kind of story. They're just blazing through all the hella good teams.
All the Rockies back in 04.
Dude, I know.
It wasn't 04, was it? That was
I think whatever year, but they swept out until the World Series and then got swept.
Yeah.
They just ran through. They won 7 in a row.
God, I either hope the Phillies win the series or get swept. I mean, one way or another, the city's going up in flames. But getting swept would be just so sweet.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be just some sheer dominance from Houston, but hopefully we'll see a lot of homers, man. Citizens Bank in Houston, small ball yards. Right. You're going to see some bombs.
Oh, yeah.
Sick. Yeah. Haven't caught up with too much baseball, but it always is fun. It's the same thing. I mean, playoff sports. Can't fucking beat them. It's
totally.
Yeah. All right. This is the real reason we're here, folks. Let's get into a little bit of 280 recap. So mainly I want to talk about the last 3 fights. I guess you can brush over old Bilal real quick. Had a great showing. God damn.
Mm-hmm.
Made me eat my words. Oh, Boog gives it the Was it because of the cornerman?
F that guy.
No, but he looked good. I don't know where he goes from here. Obviously lost to Leon. Well, DQ. What did they call it? Was it with Leon?
That was a no contest.
No
with Leon.
contest. And then
Scary.
right? Could you imagine? He could be our champ right now. Who would have thought? He snakes that one away. No, there's no way. But Bilal looked good, and then Dariush. How could you not bring him up? He's crazy.
How about that post-fight interview?
Dude, he's everything that Colby says he is. He's the real deal. That's crazy.
Amazing.
I saw people calling for fight of the night bonuses for him trying to convert all the Muslims to Christianity. I was like, that's impressive. But you can tell as soon as he dove into it, everyone got silent and they're like, what the fuck? Yeah, I mean, he looked as slick as ever. Goddamn. Another guy made me look foolish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was rolling out of everything, and then the second and third, he was piecing him up. That was a sweet fight. Where do you think he goes from here now that we are getting Volk versus Islam?
Are you talking Darush or?
Yeah, Darush. Where do you think, or 155? I guess we'll get to the Islam Volk stuff a little bit later. But what do you think's up for, or who do you think's up for Dariush?
Probably do Bronx. They were supposed to get a fight. They both just lost. I mean, easy number one contender. I mean, because you got Chandler Poirier. So, that could have something big. But, I mean, if you have a more recent with Charles and Benny right around the same time, a 155 title shot could be brewing post-Australia, that's going to line up more so than a Chandler Poirier. So I think it would be Benny and Charles. Could be a you can main event that, or, you could co-main it on a really good pay-per-view. But yeah, I think that would be next for Benny as a shot with Charles.
Yeah, I agree with that. Would you put that on? Would Brazil be too short?
You gotta ask Benny. I feel like he took more of a beating than Charles. Charles got subbed, but there wasn't a whole lot of strikes and stuff. Some grappling got a little bit. Islam in the middle. Islam popped him with a nice left like early, and I was like, Jesus, okay, nice piece. Like I was definitely a little good little striking, but yeah, Benny took more damage, so probably be more on Benny than Charles. But Charles would be totally down for Brazil.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, he was calling for it as he was walking out of the ring. He's like, I want that fight for the belt. But yeah, I definitely don't think you can give him the opportunity next. I think Dariush is the perfect fight for if he wins, that's the winner gets that fight. Dariush is clearly ready for it. He was supposed to be the backup guy, and then that happened. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Who do you think wins?
Benny had scheduled both with Islam and Charles, and both broke.
Right.
So it's just crazy because Benny could have just ran through the entire division already.
Could have been the champ for some time now. Exactly.
Yeah, or like there's no contenders because like everyone else would have been tied up. But at least, yeah, it'd be crazy to see though.
Who do you think takes that one?
Fuck, dude. Benny, bro.
Right?
I love Bronx, man. I'm tied to the fucking
Oh,
Diego Lima
no.
gym, dude. But
Hey,
dude, Benny's nasty.
right? And every time I see him,
He's
I feel like too much time goes between fights and I forget, and I'm like, no, and then he goes out there and just keeps doing what he does. It's crazy. Are the rumors true, Kev? Did you cut weight last week?
100% true. Got it on the button.
Oh, championship weight.
Yeah, bro. Fucking had wings and pizza on Tuesday. Went home and I'm like, okay, I gotta really be on it these next couple.
Wow.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's incredible.
But yeah, dude, I sent a video to Boog, Tay, my brother. But yeah, dude, got on it. Took the day off, dude. I circled 21st, and I was like, dude, I called this one off like 4 weeks ago, and then thinking I was gonna watch the fights, and I still played baseball instead. So I only watched, like I said, those last couple. But yeah, dude, got down to it.
How did you how did you do it? Just like working out and shedding it like that, or did you sauna or?
No sauna, so I just made sure I had to get like 20,000 steps. So that's about 10-ish miles. So with my work though, I'm already on my feet for like 6.5. So
Fuck.
wasn't really working out. So I just like maybe ran a couple, walked a couple, like I was just trying to get to a number. Wasn't really trying to like exert myself too heavy, but cut carbs pretty darn low. Like probably only made like 50, 75 grams. So that just cuts down your calories. And then I went like 12 to 14 hours without water. So like I woke up Friday morning, didn't drink any water, and I was 1.5 pounds over, which was kind of where I wanted to be, which is kind of how I envisioned it. So I ran for a half an hour, and then I also tried to turn the heater up in my car for 40
Yes.
minutes, but I'm in like a sweatshirt and fucking like my wool knee-high
That is
socks from
so
Missouri
good.
tight. So like I'm all bundled up and stuff. And so I got like maybe a little bit of a sweat going with like 10 minutes left. So it kind of like served its purpose. I was hoping to just get a little sweat because I knew I was going to run. So I kind of want to just be hot, hop out of the car and just start running. So that's what I did. Got home, stepped on a scale, hit it, and I stood hands out. But then I realized, bro, I was 154.6, but I had to show a video. So I had to put my phone in my hand. So I was like, shit, that's going
Oh.
to add weight. And so when I put my phone down and I looked, it was the first attempt and it said 155.0. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I was so pumped. Oh, man, because it made for obviously just the perfect video after.
That is,
Yeah, dude.
Kev,
So
we needed to recreate that Charles picture for you. Sweating, everyone around holding hands.
Oh, dude, that would have been sick. And then if he would have actually won, oh my God, dude.
Electric.
That wild.
That is so fucking great. Oh, goddamn. I don't even know how we transitioned from that. Should have closed with that. That is incredible.
Shit, dude. How about just all of himself, dude? He raised his hand. He gave him that arm T. What are we doing? I don't know. It looked like a mistake. Like, I don't know. I'm not, obviously you would know more than me on the jit side of it, but it kind of looked like something that he could have grabbed kind of easy.
Yeah, I don't. Again, I'm a white belt, so for me to be making any calls would be fucking ridiculous. But I don't know. It seemed like he tapped fairly quickly too. I don't know if it was just that deep or, and I'm sure once Islam squeezes you, it's probably a different fucking thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. That was something else though. Well, let's go. The next fight, Aljo versus TJ. We all saw what happened there. TJ supposedly dislocated his arm about 20 times during his camp coming in, and did it a couple times during the fight. They were able to get it in once, and then the second time, no go. What do you think of his decision on fighting, Boog?
I disagree with it. I kept looking away because I've had a shoulder injury before too, and it's one of the worst things ever. And but yeah, I think you pull out of that fight because it happened in April.
Right.
You pull out of that fight. I mean, I definitely see him coming back into a title fight. Like just probably would have thrown like Cheeto in that or fucking Yan. But yeah, I mean, I don't get why, knowing it's going to be your last shot, why you would go in there. So, like, basically with one arm. I mean, it's just like maybe he thought Aljo wasn't as good as he thought, and you'd be able to win it, or maybe he needed money, but I don't know.
Right. And he kind of did bring up the fact that he was trying to shit talk him into standing and banging because he knew he didn't want him to take it to the ground, but that's obviously was never going to happen. Yeah, I mean, have you seen that trick they did before where they massaged the shoulder and let it go and fucking pops right
Nuh-uh.
back in? Oh, it was
No, I've
crazy.
only heard of like grabbing your knee and pulling, but
I saw
Yeah.
Todd Jr. do that one and
you saw
unsuccessfully.
who?
Todd try and do that at an
Yeah.
open gym unsuccessfully.
Oh god, that sounds like it would be so
Yeah, I mean,
painful.
he gave it like a half. He like put it over and he's like, nope, nope. um, but yeah, I mean, do you, Kev, you think with the healthy TJ Aljo does sort of the same, or you think that was due to the shoulder?
I mean, I think with a healthy Aljo, I still think Aljo would have won. I was kind of listening to like other just takes on this too with like other MMA stuff, but like before TJ's shoulder popped out, like there was probably about 30 or 40 like good seconds of TJ with the shoulder in. So like you can kind of assess that and kind of see maybe how things could have gone, but Aljo was bigger than him.
Yeah.
Aljo is, I mean, TJ already wasn't that big of a guy, and Aljo is a pretty big dude, it seems like 170 getting down, something like that. But I mean, yeah, when he was on top of him, it definitely looked like, I mean, obviously with one arm, there's zero chance, but even with two, like more grappling, sprawling, but Aljo would have stayed on him. I think eventually would have had him in a yawn like position, just full backpack on him and just kind of controlling him.
Yeah, no, and like you said, you kind of saw the glimpses of it before, but it's funny the one he got taken down on was the only kick he didn't set up the whole first, what is it, 40 seconds. He kind of just threw out a fucking front kick and Aljo was like, I'll take that. That's literally all I know is, so he grabbed it and then yeah, fucking separated on the takedown, but yeah, I think he probably does exactly the same. He's seems like an unstoppable. He's another guy I love betting against, and I just keeps making me eat my fucking words because I don't know why. It's the whatever he said, the anaconda human backpack, something nap. I don't even know, but it just not for me on the mic. Yeah, I think he probably would have done the same. And where do you think he goes from here? Suge just got the number one ranking, but Ariel's talking about Cejudo and him in February, I think. What do you think that makes the most sense, Kev?
I mean, I guess if Cejudo is coming out, I mean, then there's got to be talks, right, of like a 3-4 fight deal. Like you're not going to bring back Cejudo for a title fight one-off again, like no shot. So it sounds like if Cejudo is obviously back in testing pool and then is in serious talks with the UFC, like I mean that's essentially what they're figuring out is the contract. But you're gonna have distance on that contract of at least, like I said, probably 3-4 fights. So if he's in, then yeah, Cejudo definitely walks right back into a title fight, especially if you know you've got him for that long. Like if he has to fall, he falls, but you throw him back at the top and see how it goes. But I don't know. I mean, look at that size matchup. I mean, Aljo's way bigger than him too. I don't know. I mean, that's just face value. But I mean, yeah, if Cejudo's in, then yeah, I would say Aljo Cejudo makes sense for sure.
Yeah, Boog.
Yeah, I agree. I think Cejudo's next because he's just finished the testing pool, and I think I know Suge got the decision, and he's rightfully the number one contender and rightfully deserves the shot. Love to fucking see it, baby.
Wow.
Love to see it. That's old school right there. That's old school. But I think you give Suge some time to recover. I think you give him time to get ready for a grappling opponent that's gonna be the champion. I think you do that Cejudo Aljo fight because there's background there. Cejudo's got a following, like people are gonna want to tune in to watch him, and also going off Kev's point with the 3 or 4 fight deal, you throw that fight on the Perth card, that sets up Volkanovski Cejudo 145. You can get the dub. You can go for a little double champ action or triple champ.
Wow.
4 C's, baby.
4 C's. You think he actually has a shot at that though if he goes up?
Huh?
You think he has a shot at it if he goes up?
I don't think no.
Yeah.
I mean, Volkanovski's gonna train all this grappling for Islam, like
Right.
two completely different people.
Yeah. No, I think I like what you said though. Give Suge a little time. Like you said, he's like, I went to a place I've never been before, and it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, let him take some time to fucking figure that out and figure out how to get to that place in a training camp, possibly to prepare for a 5. Because if he was at that place in a 3-round fight, I don't want to see him in a 5 right off the bat. Maybe or against the champ. Get him a 5-round fight against a non-champ, good opponent. Let him get some experience.
Marab.
I was gonna ask that. Do you want to see him fight before the championship?
Yeah, I think that's one thing the UFC should do more is have more 5-round fights. It's such an advantage to have a 5-round fight, even one 5-round fight under your belt over a guy. I know obviously champs lose to a guy that's fighting a 5-round fight his first time. It happens, but I think having that and going all 5 rounds does a whole hell of a lot for someone's career. And obviously most of them don't go the distance, but for the ones that do, it's like I think it's a big upside to their career. But yeah, I would like to see him obviously fight for a belt, but give him someone first in a main event.
Okay, because he does have that golden ticket. Dana's saying winner gets this next fight. So I mean,
right.
Even if it's not next for the champion, he could still sit out for it.
Yeah, and I think that might be something he does too. He makes so much money outside of the UFC. I mean, not so much, but he's fucking he plays video games and smokes weed all day. It's like he ain't no rush, no time soon, and he's young.
Exactly.
What are we doing? So yeah, I like that a lot. It's pretty crazy that he got himself into this spot, but
yeah.
It's pretty crazy they gave him that one ranking too, because sometimes you like 7 beats the 4 and you move up to 5 as the 7 man. Like,
yeah,
sometimes they don't shoot you like if you beat the 12, you get that actual number. So like they're pushing Sean heavy because they pushed him 10 spots. Who's made a double-digit spot jump after one fight within the UFC rankings?
Yeah,
I don't know, but I mean, Suge's going to be on a short list for that one, I think.
Yeah. That's the thing. If he's gonna fight again, it's gonna be like you said, Merab, Sandhagen, or
there's no way they feed him Merab though, bro.
Yeah,
Merab is a matchup nightmare for Suge. If the gas tank for Merab is already there, bro. Already there.
That's immigrant mentality right there.
Joey Diaz, shout out.
But rolls with the champ, rolls with Aljo every day.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, can't get any better than that right there.
It's yeah, exactly. There's levels, and I'm not sure I want Suge to be tested on those with him.
Not there.
What do you think about a Cheeto rematch? I don't think Suge would ever take it. But honestly, that might be Cheeto versus Sugar, fucking my 2 favorite in that division. I think you run it back. Honestly, I hate that for Sugar, but I really do think it was a freak accident. I think the second fight would be a whole hell of a lot better. But Cheeto, yeah, he's the one that's really gotten kind of fucked out of this whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, I mean, all the other guys that Sugar jumped to, but yeah, it's to beat him and then have him jump ahead of you it's pretty shit.
That wouldn't be a bad place to go though now. Because, like, if you're not going to feed him Merab, that's like a perfect fight. And it's just so built in that they already fought. Like, you know, you just add fuel to the fire. There's your perfect 5-rounder. You go against a dog like Cheeto. There's your test right there. You get out of that fight with Cheats, then you're definitely in no questions asked because everyone, you know, is pushing for Cheeto to be the dude. Yeah. So, and that would be a great fight, dude. I mean, that's a 5-rounder on probably a pay-per-view because that's big. Suge's big. So you can do that. 5-round that'd be sick.
Yeah, I prefer that for Suge over a Sandhagen fight. Yeah. Personally. Yeah.
Sandhagen's coming off an L too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think
no, he beat Yadong.
Oh, Song Yadong.
Oh,
He
you're right.
did.
My bad.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, because he's already been in there with Cheeto. He had success early, and if you think about it, like Cheeto was getting touched up by Rob Fong, he was getting touched up by Dom Cruz. Like it still wasn't like he's been rolling through these guys. He's got power. So yeah, I think that's a good fight for Cheeto. Or sorry, Sean.
yeah. I think. I mean,
That Corey
obviously,
win.
it's a good fucking fight for Cheeto now too to get the one fight. I mean, shit, it goes both ways. Well, I'll put in a call to Uncle Dano, see what we can do. Okay, so let's see. We want Aljo. We went a little bit out of order there, but I'm glad we got to touch on Sugar and Yan. And then we had.
Well, Jim, did you were you confident when the score was being read?
So
Yeah.
I have a text message to Scotty Jarvis. He texted me before the fight, asked me what I thought, and I said it's going to be a boring fight. Well, we can look at our predictions. I said boring fight, wasn't that. But he texted me after the fight and said, "Do you think he got it?" And I said, "The judges in Abu Dhabi are shit." I forgot what fight it was. I was watching on my phone earlier, and one judge had it out of left field. I was like, he gave a round to someone. I was like, it was a clear 30-27 all the way through, and I that was my own. I was like, that's the only thing I'm holding on to. And then they read it, and you can see on both me and DC's face, like, what the fuck? DC had questions planned out for Jan. He had no idea what he was going to ask Sugar. But yeah, I mean, it was pretty crazy. I definitely wasn't expecting it, but I thought there may be a chance.
That's a good feeling, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know
Good
it was. I don't know. And then they it was sick when Sugar walked out. They played Arab Money, and the crowd was going wild. I was like, God, this is a slap. Shout out Tuck Bag.
Like you said, Jim, John Jones wins a win.
Wins a win, exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't even get me started on the Bones. We just saw him tweet out today that he was fighting in December, and then
Yeah, dude.
then everyone right after sent out the Yuri Prohaska fight saying that's happening. So I don't know what to believe, but if we can get John Jones out there, I know who will be at that fight. This guy. I will be going.
Really?
Oh, 100%. I don't care if I'm alone. I'll be going to a John Jones fight. I don't give a fuck. He's the GOAT.
I love that.
You
I
gotta
love
see
that.
him.
If it's versus Stipe, I'll be joining. That
Wow.
would be a sick fucking fight.
That
Are
would
you shit?
That's already been a little discussed off air. But yeah.
Love it. Love it.
invite's always there, Kev. Hop in the car. We'll go to Reno, pick up Boog.
Dude,
do a
if
round
it's for
trip.
John Jones, man, dude, I just need a sliver in the trunk, bro. We'll be good.
Hey, you can sit right next to Boog's Cookie Monster costume.
Yeah, I know that, dude. Fucking hell. Oh shit, dude. But yeah, if there's a John Jones fight, dude, yeah, that would definitely be something that, yeah, it's tough to pass up for sure.
Well, that also, I mean, John Jones, we're talking goats. There's another goat fighting this weekend. Different sport, but Anderson. What do you guys think of Anderson Jake? You think Anderson takes a dive, or you think it's going to be a real match and we'll see something?
Go ahead, Meek.
I think Anderson gets it done. I think he's as slick as they come. I think he's still got juice in the tank. I think he's been committed to boxing. I mean, Jake Paul, although he has a lot of money and trains boxing all the time, that's why he's gotten so good. He's also, I mean, he's gotten famous these last couple fights, so he's got a couple other entities that he's into. So, you know, you never know. And I think this is going to be different than the Woodley fight. I think this is more a pure striker and Anderson guy who's actually loves the sport of boxing. So yeah, I got Anderson by finish.
Wow.
I was gonna say, you gonna go punch that ticket? You going with the finish? Oh boy.
All right, let me write that down just in case.
We love to get predicts, baby.
Hey, and if we're
In case
wrong,
people
we
wanna
never
go
bring him up
Willie Hill.
again. Kev, what do you think?
Shit, I don't know. I mean, I watched a decent amount
Right.
of the Woodley fight. I mean, that was a pretty freaking clean like knockout by Jake Paul. That was nice for that finish. But yeah, dude, I mean, I definitely don't think there's gonna be any like Anderson's gonna fight him like straight up. So I mean, obviously Jake Paul's gonna come to fight too, but shit, man, I think it's gonna be a good fight. I really think the fans are gonna get like a pretty good showing out of both guys because, like Boog was saying, like Anderson obviously knows what he's doing with his hands. Like it's been probably one of his strongest attributes, MMA or otherwise. But yeah, I mean, I could see an Anderson finish over a Jake Paul finish just because I think Anderson's going to be able to play good enough defense and recognize when I'm in trouble and how to get out of the way and how to move and how to just keep my feet active. Because how many rounds? Is this 8 rounds?
Honestly, Kev, I have no fucking idea.
8 or 10.
Okay.
I
8 or 10?
I think
Okay.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
one
so
of the two.
I think Anderson's going to have the tank to finish that out. But yeah, I mean, unless it's something where, maybe Jake Paul just slips something through, kind of a catch him situation. But yeah, other than that, I think if it's finished, yeah, I kind of would go with Boog and say it would be Anderson.
Right. That is the only thing that scares me though is Anderson is getting fucking older. He has been knocked out. So I mean I guess if he does obviously hit him on the butt and fuck anything's possible. But if you are watching the fight, keep an eye out for the old boy Jake Flores, who will be there all 4 days doing press.
Nice.
Yeah.
How the boy J Flow, man, doing big things in the AZ.
So sick.
Let's go.
But yeah, so he'll be there. Probably find a nice little stream for that. Cannot pay money for Anderson versus Jake Paul. But yeah, so that'll be exciting. Hopefully Anderson can do MMA some good this weekend. There's been a lot of Askren and Woodley sprinkling some ass dust all over it, but we'll see. Now the last fight. Oh, there was two more fights in Abu Dhabi. There was one fight that was sanctioned, and then there was one fight outside the ring that was not sanctioned with boars. Hamza and Abu Bakr got into a little spat outside. What did you think of that, Boog? Did you see any of those videos?
Yeah, first I'll say is the smell in that little area was probably, just horrendous with all those Khabib boys. But yeah, I mean that's just there's a heat there, and I wasn't really shocked that there was a scrum or like there was like pushing and shoving. I was shocked that like the head of Chechnya like made him make up and made him have dinner and make him like that was like kind of weird to me. I was like,
well, did you see
hey,
his son was right there?
Huh?
His son was right there, the kid in the red Adidas
oh,
jumpsuit.
Yeah.
And so I mean, who the fuck knows what goes on over there, but he was probably, you know how bad of a look that is? The president or whatever his kid is getting into or right behind, kind of pulling people back. But yeah, how crazy was that? The next day they were breaking bread and everything was fine. Khabib had to give a hostage style speech. That was wild.
Yeah.
Said it will never happen again. No. And I was like, oh fuck. All right. But yeah, that happened. But the other one, the one everyone paid to see, was Islam Charles. I know we already kind of touched on it a little bit, but Kev, first thoughts on the new champ Islam.
I think looks like a guy who could be tough to beat for some 55s. I'm not like crazy that the first defense is going to be Volk, but I mean, I get what's going on. I mean, they showed down in the octagon. Like, you can't not make that fight now. But I think it'll be sick that it's in Australia. So you've got I know you got Volk, you got Paulo Costa on that card, right? With Witt. So I mean, that's pretty good for Australia. You know, they're gonna get some dudes. But shit, man. I mean, Islam Volk will be sick, but I mean, going through 55ers, Poirier, no thanks. Gaethje, no. Chandler, I could see him going there trying to dog him and really stick it out, but
Yeah.
I don't know. But I mean, but then you got to look guys like underneath that, like Benny. You know, if Benny's still gonna be lurking, but if he gets through Volk, it'll be interesting to see who that first 55 guy is that will get there. I mean, by that time, who knows? I mean, probably never throw Connor in that hunt, but the Roosh could be right there at that point. I know. I see you fucking moving that shit over there, bud. I was looking at you. I was like, maybe, but he's a little beefy. He's a little beefy these days, bro.
Boog, you think?
But yeah, Jim. At the end of the day, Islam's gonna be tough. Looks tough.
Yeah, I mean, he's by far the biggest 155. I mean, I don't want to say by far, but he's huge for a 55er. He looked kind of big with Charles, and Charles is always a bigger guy and has trouble cutting down, but both of them looked horrible cutting weight. I mean, everyone does. Obviously, it's a fucking weight cut, but you think Islam can do 155 long term? I mean, he's not have trouble, but you think that's sustainable long term as he gets older and whatnot? Boog Meek.
That's a good question because yeah, I definitely that plays a big part in it. Yeah, I think he will because like I feel like even though Khabib was all like what happened with his dad, but like he kind of like never. There was never talks of him going up. Like kind of there was a GSP talk, but like he never really like wanted to go up or anything. I think they're big on just being like the lightweight champion and dominating. But I think if there's a big fight, like if there's a long-standing 170-pound champion, like maybe a Hamzat Islam. I mean that would be a fight for. I mean that would be sick in Russia.
That'd probably be the biggest fight you can make.
Yeah,
if it got to that point,
that would be sick. But yeah, that's a great point because I know Volk said someone had weight issues, and me and Kev both thought it was Islam because Charles was a lot more upbeat running around.
Right. Yeah. I mean, obviously Charles always kind of struggles when it gets to, not struggles, but he gets sunk in and his team becomes a part of it the last day. But that's, I feel like, always been a thing with him. And, but I was thinking about it. I guess Khabib's massive too. And I mean, he had some weight troubles, but, I feel like Islam should have, I mean, with science these days and nutritionists, I feel like he should be able to fucking stay 155 if he's completely serious, which he is. But shoot. Let's see. Any other thoughts on this card as a whole, or any of the other champs, or anything like that, Kev?
Well, I think I was probably for like the lead up, like I was kind of doing a little research of like how some of this was like super, I guess how like this card was like super stacked. Like everybody or most everybody at like the top of the bill were coming on huge winning streaks. And like everybody was like at the peak of the mountain in certain divisions of like taking off somewhere, like kind of like a Bilal Sean Brady. Like where would Sean Brady have gone if he would have finished Bilal? Like
right, undefeated.
Would have definitely snatched that 5 ranking and like looking up now to fight. But like even with Chukagian and I forgot the woman who beat her.
Fiora or something like that.
Fiora, but yeah, like Chukagian was on a win streak. This other girl was on a win streak, like kind of like title eliminator. I mean, Islam and Charles double-digit wins. So there's like a ton of dudes and females too that were just ripping off wins. That kind of made that card pretty sick because now you've got clarity in a lot of divisions, and it's all obviously kind of coming off of this card.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, there's clarity in the divisions now, and I feel like it sets up a lot of potential fights. There's so many fights in the making now, guys jumping up rankings and falling down. I mean, Sean Brady might get a gift here in his next fight and just eat a man alive.
Yeah, I know, right? Just get him down to the ground and just smash him.
So exactly. So I mean, obviously MMA's it's the long game, so everyone will be all right. But yeah, that's a good point. Fuck. And then the card coming up is also, I mean, not obviously as good, not a pay-per-view, but there's 3 or 4 fights that got me super stoked.
No doubt.
The first one is, well, first, this card that's coming up is such a veteran card. There's so many older guys on this card. You got Arlovsky, Means, not Arnold Allen, Calvin Kattar, kind of fucking a vet at this point.
Yeah.
And Jacoby, and Roundtree. I mean, kind of
That's
an old,
great.
right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the first one is the exact opposite of that. It is the first guy of that new generation is Chase Hooper is fighting Steve Garcia, and Chase Hooper's the first one of the first people that got into the UFC that grew up training MMA, wasn't doing wrestling, then switched over to boxing. He grew up mixing it all together all the time, and so he's always been one of those guys that I like to watch and see how they progress. And he's gotten so much better as a striker in his time at the UFC. Finishing, I think he finished his last fight by TKO on the ground, but very interesting and interested to see what he can do. But yeah, he's fighting Steve Garcia out of Jackson Wink, kind of an older guy at this point. But yeah, we'll see. Chase is a favorite, and I like him by a second round sub.
Oh yeah.
What's the line on that? Do you know the line on?
Yeah, he's minus 220, and Steve Garcia is a plus 180 dog. So I probably wouldn't take him. I'd probably parlay him with something else. Okay. But I personally like that a lot. I don't know, something about him. He's starting to get his confidence. It's starting to mix it up well. So big fan of that. But yeah, the next one is Andre Arlovsky, the Pitbull. That guy's been doing it for years.
Yeah.
He actually, like, the reason I started watching MMA was him, Bully Beatdown. Remember Bully Beatdown with Mayhem?
Yes, dude. Yes.
How great was that show?
It's crazy that was made back in the day like that, dude.
Yeah. You had some names on that one.
Dude,
No doubt,
Jake
man.
Shields was on all the time. Arlovsky all the time. And then when Mayhem would strap him up himself, it's like, and you'll be fighting, and he turns around. There's just nothing better. That guy.
You got Rogie in there.
Oh my God. Snapped lamb.
A fear factor bully beat down a little bit.
Yeah. Apparently fear is a factor for you, and then walks out.
Oh, that's so good.
Well, an elbow is just pop.
With hair.
With hair, yes, dude. He looks so different. He looks like a baby. You know what I mean? Like when babies have that like full head of hair. It looks so strange. Oh fuck. But Arlovsky is fighting another guy out of ATT, Holgario de Lima. So I'm not exactly sure what's going to go on with that fight. I can never choose against Arlovsky. I do think he's a plus 140 dog here. So do with that what you will. There's 80 years of man fighting in the octagon that night. So that may be one you stay away from. Oh yeah, the guy he's fighting. Yeah. Right.
Wow.
He's been
Love
on
that
some
matchup.
sauce.
Jesus.
Look at this cat. Guy's fucking.
Wait a minute.
There he is.
Wow. Yeah. Oh no. I mean, not as cut up as Yoel, but that dome.
Oh, yeah.
With the head
that
shape,
dome's Yoel.
exactly. Yeah. That's so good. Yeah, I don't know. I hate picking against Arlovsky, but this might be the one you do it in. The guy's a little bit younger, seems to be a little bit more physically there, but Arlovsky's been on quite a streak the last 4 fights and seems to be getting better with his age. I think his last loss was to Aspinall, and we
Yeah.
all saw Tom Aspinall has just been a world beater. I mean, obviously fucked his leg up, but before that, he was running through guys.
It's almost like the narrative on most Arlovsky fights that people have like picked against him, and he just keeps coming out on top, keeps coming out on top. It's just how long can you run that streak before
Right?
someone does it? But yeah, dude, some of these UFC runs, it is kind of long when they go like maybe 4, 5, 6, but should be a good one though.
Yeah, definitely. He's got that the teeth mouthpiece. He was the OG with that. Everyone copied him, and everyone's done a shitty job since. But the fucking OG teeth, that's the pit bull. The OG pit bull, everything about him, OG.
Worldwide.
Let's see. I think the next fight on that card is Jacoby versus Roundtree. Boog, what are we thinking that fight?
I mean, that's definitely one you circle and you definitely want to tune into. Honestly, I mean that's a really tough fight to call, but I'm gonna have to go Roundtree just on the fact that he's like, I don't know if you saw his last post-fight press conference, but he was like real emotional, and it was just like, you know, he's had a lot of ups and downs. But I mean, shit, Jacoby has fought. He's like a kickboxer that like fought, I think, in like Glory or something like that.
Yeah, he went away for quite some time.
He fought Pereira, the guy who's fighting Adesanya.
Yeah.
So, you know that, but he kind of got caught a little bit in his last fight. Not bad. I mean, he finished the fight. He might have been in the first round, but yeah, I think Roundtree's he's kind of on a roll and kind of fighting for something a little different. So I'm leaning towards Roundtree, but I think it's gonna be a great fight. Fight of the night candidate, definitely.
Wow.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Kev, what are you thinking?
I was gonna say, shout out Dustin Jacoby, man. He went to Culver Stockton College, bro.
Shut up! Wow.
Anik mentioned Culver Stockton College on the pay-per-view when Jacoby last fought, bro. I was so pumped, man. But yeah, dude, shout out Jacoby. Culver
That's
Stockton.
awesome.
Hell yeah, dude. So I mean, at the end of the day, if you really want my pick, I mean, I gotta go with Jacoby. But I mean, that fight though, like Boog said, fight of the night candidate for sure. Roundtree throws kicks from hell. So like,
right.
I know, I mean, like Boog said, kickboxing background with Jacoby, but yeah, I mean, that could be, I mean, Roundtree might wrestle, but I mean, if that turns into a kickboxing match, the power that's going to be seen with those two guys, man, fans are going to be loving it for sure.
Right. And for a treat. And yeah, Roundtree's been going to Thailand and living there for, I think, even outside of camp. He said he's spending a lot of time there and just really getting immersed in it. And he's like, I think the last two fights is kind of been night and day to where he was before that. He said he was not bought in all the way, and then got out to Thailand, got the love for it back. And so, yeah, if they stand up, that thing is going to be a fucking war. Whoever that ref is, stand clear.
Yeah.
We need Herzog. Come on,
wow.
boys. We need Zog.
Yeah,
Let's go. He needs a warm up before Kattar and Allen. Get him in there with get him in there with the big boys.
Ref of the year every year. Herb has lost a step or 5. It's sad to see.
Shit, dude.
But yeah, I went with Jacoby. And I said by decision. I think they just beat the shit out of each other. You said fight of the night. I'm thinking fight of the year. I think these guys just go at it. But I guess we'll see. This has all the makings to be just a boring fight. They could just dance around and just touch and dance the whole time. So, I mean, I don't think either of those guys have that in them. I think one of them's gonna press forward, but yeah, gonna be sick. And then before, I think we might have skipped one, but Tim Means, Max Griffin. Tim Means, I mean, been in the UFC since 2012. I think he might have spent some time out of it. His last loss was the Holland, but he's, again, another guy that a veteran, but looks pretty good still. And he's fighting Max Griffin, but Yeah, it's a good fight. Kev, you got any thoughts on the Tim Means Max Griffin fight?
Yeah, I mean, because I like you said, Tim Means, dude, he's just a dog. Like, still like one of those old guys, but like like borderline like Darren Elkins, Clay Guida, like those guys, man. You just know you're getting a fight with Tim Means, so
Right.
it's gonna be. And Max Griffin's all right, but again, I just like that factor with Tim Means that like no matter what, he's just not gonna go away. But I think Griffin's a little bigger than Means, so maybe some power issues could be coming there. Um, but I mean, Means will stay in the fight. I would say, honestly, if I had to make a pick, I'm probably gonna go Griffin by knockout. Because I don't see this fight getting to the ground. That's not really, I don't think, either one of the strengths. But yeah, I mean, as much as I'm kind of pulling for Means, I think Griffin is gonna be the one who gets the W.
Yeah, Boog. And
Yeah.
first, Means is plus 150. Griffin is minus 175 favorite. So there is decent value on Means, and honestly on Griffin too. He's not that much of a favorite there. So
If you got that Griffin by knockout, you might be able to kind of come ahead a little bit.
right,
If you can parlay swing it both and get them.
right,
Yeah.
for sure you get a couple points there.
I agree with Kev. I mean, Max Griffin's nickname, I mean, it's Pain.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got his walkout. He's got a walkout song that's made for him. Like it's Max Pain. That's the song. So
That's sick. I didn't know
I
that.
mean, when you got guys
Sick.
singing you in the octagon, you're bringing something different. I think he's coming. I might be wrong. I think he's coming off the loss. Could be like to Carlos Condit. I'm not sure.
It definitely sounds like
Neil
a
Magny.
Bell's
Can we say that again?
He lost to Neil Magny his last fight.
Okay, yeah, that was it. So yeah, I think he's coming out ready, coming out prepared. I think Kev was right. He's got some size. Yeah, I think he comes ready. I think he gets it done.
Yeah, no, I went with you guys as well. I said I probably think Max Griffin will win. But speaking of nicknames, Tim Means might have my favorite of all time, the Dirty Bird. I mean, how can you not love that? That might be my whiteness showing, but god damn, is that great. The Dirty Bird.
That's a great point.
But yeah, I think we all are thinking little Max Payne for Tim Means. So, and then the last fight of the night, obviously the one I'm most excited for. If Jacoby Roundtree's not fight of the year, this one might be. Arnold Allen, Calvin Kattar. What are we thinking, Kev? How you feel about this fight?
Well, I mean, you got Alan Surgeon, right? Winner of like 9 in a row ish, something like right there. I know he's like on the fringe of double dead 9.
Yes, sir.
But and I mean, Kattar, like you said, dude, like you said he was a vet, dude. Kattar's like 36, huh?
It's getting
Something
up there,
like
yeah.
that. Yeah, like so for Kattar, man, there's no turning back. Like he has got to get through Allen, I think, to really stay as like a relevant like number one contender. Because you take out a guy with a 9-fight win streak, your L's are going to be erased. You're right back in the thick. But if you lose, this is definitely such a take your bounce kind of fight. Because both guys, I mean, Calvin's a big name, Arnold Surgeon. So now you just got to combine the two and just whoever kind of pieces them up. But yeah, I hope this goes 5 rounds because this should be just an awesome fight between these two guys.
Yeah, I definitely I see both guys not getting knocked out. I think they're both going to get bloodied up. It's going to be a mess. We've seen Calvin take punishment and come back. Yeah. I mean, obviously with the Max fight, he was getting taught boxing lessons, getting pieced up, and he just had no quit. So I definitely think you're right about that. I think we're going to see 5 here. But yeah, Boog, what are your thoughts on Allen coming in on a 9-fight streak and into a guy that his last loss was to who was it? Josh Bennett.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I think it's one of the ones where if Allen wins, it's a huge jump, and I think if Kattar loses, it's like Kev said, might be one of those last farewell. So what do you think about that, Boog?
Yeah, well, I'm a avid listener of Ariel Helwani, and he sings praises from the rooftops for Arnold Allen. So I've been hearing about him for a while. One of my drives up to Reno was an Arnold Allen interview. So yeah, he's on the cusp, and kind of what Ariel always says is he's missing that one win, and like you said, this is 100% could be that win. On the other side, I hope, I'm a little Kattar fan, a little bit, and I hope he kind of the last couple fights he hasn't really pulled the trigger, especially early. I think he needs to pull the trigger a little bit more because he gets damaged, he shells up a lot, so I think he pulls the trigger early. I think he has a chance because Arnold Allen. I mean, you watch that last Hooker fight. I think the crowd kind of had something to do with that, but he came out firing, and I think pure boxing, he might be a little better than Allen, so maybe you can catch him early. But yeah, if it goes five, it's gonna be a barn burner.
Oh,
But I just hope Cater's a little more active than he has been in his last couple.
yeah. I mean, being part of that New England cartel, you would think they'd be just throwing shots, but
Both their guys are in a tough spot.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rob Font and Cater, bro. They're both like 35 plus, both on L's. Not too good, boys. Not too good.
That gym may be closed by 2023.
That might be a Christmas card, boys.
That's so good. But yeah, I mean, Arnold Allen, he's fights at TriStar. Obviously, there's probably no better coaching than that. Say what you want about Faraz, but having him and GSP in there, that's you're getting something. I like Arnold Allen here. I think he's might be the next real deal that we see. You know what I mean? I hope the UFC takes a little bit more time with them and doesn't push them too quick, kind of like what they're doing with Suge. But I think this might be a guy that we see for a long time. I just hope again they kind of take that boxing approach. It seems like the UFC is getting better at that and not throwing their superstars to the wolves to fucking get eaten now. So hopefully Dana's learning and we can see him collect a couple more dubs after this one before he gets his shot.
That might be tough for him, bro.
Yeah,
He'll be the 5-hole after that win.
that's
So
what I
he
mean.
might just have one, and he's right into the league, or right into the titles.
And that's the thing. Like, what do you? There's that division is not. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like the top guys,
Yeah.
it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what you do. But yeah, that's the card coming up next week. I'm gonna look at our picks last week, Boog. Let's see if we nailed any of these.
Yeah, there's gonna be a parlay that whatever I say, you go opposite and just parlay that.
Oh, you want to get a parlay for this upcoming week going?
What?
So did you want to get a parlay for this upcoming card?
All my opposites? Yeah, I might have to.
So we're on the fade Boog Meek right now? Is that
Exactly.
what we're hearing?
Fade Boog Meek. Well, you had Jan, TJ Charles, Fade Boog Meek. That's okay. I was not much better. I had Suge, TJ Charles. Fuck TJ not telling us his shoulder's fucked up. I mean, what a piece of
Dude,
shit.
Oh my God, as a fan, we got robbed.
Robbed. He looked so
Are
good
you
coming in
kidding me?
too.
Both those title fights were finishes in the second round, like anticlimactic, just like,
Right?
God damn it. Like, yeah, dude, I know. God, but yeah, come on. Goodness. But yeah, I mean, TJ popping out the fish fin early, like, damn, what are we doing?
That
was tough to see. Tough to see.
It was tough to see after seeing these fucking Meekers do it countless times, every single one of them. So it's like, right away, you see it and you're like, oh, that's out. That's not good. But yeah,
Horrible.
we got robbed. Boog, you want to throw a parlay together? Kev, you guys want to throw a parlay together for this week? This
Let's go.
upcoming card?
Yeah, it'd be like the MMA hours of parlay picks. Fuck
All right,
yeah.
let's see. Betting calculator.
Kev, way too early prediction on Costa Whitaker.
Is that a 5-rounder?
I'm not sure. It's a good question. I hope so.
I thought it might have been, but all right. Ooh, dude, goodness gracious, man. I don't know, man. I just can't see Witt losing at home again. Or at home, I don't know, because I mean, I think he's big enough to take the shots. I think he's big enough to take some strong shots, and I think gas tank it goes to Witt.
Mm-hmm.
Like the longer that fight would go, I feel like the worse it would get for Paulo. Paulo's got to jump him first 8 minutes, round and a half.
Yeah.
But he can do it. Definitely, I think to do it. You have to eat something to get in there, but I mean, it's Paulo, so one touch, you know.
Yeah.
Damage. But yeah, man.
Alrighty. So I got this bet calculator up. Let's see. I'm gonna choose my 3. I like Hooper minus 122 or minus 220. What the fuck? That was that was not supposed to be. And then I'll take Arlovsky plus 140. That's good value on an old dog. And you know what? You can teach that old dog new tricks. And then I'll go. Oh, God, so tough. Go Jacoby minus 170. Let's see, what will that get us up to? That puts you at you put 10 on, win 45. It's not bad. Hey, that's a couple meals out in Reno.
That is a couple Canes runs.
Damn right.
Canes runs. There you go.
Boog, who are you liking in these fights?
Yeah, I'm gonna take some chances here.
That's what we like to do.
I'm gonna go Joseph Holmes.
Okay, do you have what he is?
He's plus 200
Versus who?
versus Jungwon Park.
Okay.
Yeah. So Holmes, he was a Dana White Contender Series fighter. I think he had to come back. James Krause guy.
Wow. We love a Krause fighter.
Don't like Krause. The Notorious likes him, so I kind of cut him some slack. And he was actually, I don't know if you saw that video. He like spot on like how the Islam Charles fight was gonna go.
Really?
So
Krause is, I mean, say what you want, but he's one of the best coaches in fucking MMA right now. I'm so glad he retired just so he could coach full time.
Yeah.
All right, who else you like?
And then I'm gonna go Roman Dolidze.
Oh, you stole mine, brother.
Plus 140. What do you have Matt over there in Reno?
Plus 140. Even though he was the guy who broke up my guy JP Buys and Diane Blismus.
That's why you have to pick him.
The guy like fucking obliterated. What's that guy's name? Has the brother who's a heavyweight, Dawkins.
Oh yeah,
Obliterated
the Philly
him,
boys.
Like, in a minute.
Yeah, I thought that was gonna be the other way around too.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was big on the Philly cops. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Yeah,
They're
dude.
brawlers. It's like that end of watch scene. Take my belt.
Yeah.
All right, and then how many else you throwing? Are you gonna throw two more?
I'll throw one more.
Okay.
I'll why not? I'm gonna. You know what? I'll put Max Griffin and Arnold Allen. I'll do a little 4-pup.
Okay, Max Griffin. What do you guys have him at over there? And what are we at? William Hill, right?
Minus 175 on Max Payne.
And then what about Big Arnie?
Minus 120.
Minus 120. Okay.
Sorry, Kate. Hopefully this will work in your favor with a little fade Boog Meek.
So, Boog, you throw $10 on that, you're getting 197 back.
Wow.
That's
throw the Bronx and fucking Lundy on that, Kev.
wow.
Oh my God. Well, you threw that $10 down the toilet last time with an open gopher. So We'll see. But we were definitely had some similar thoughts on who to pick for at least for some dubs, for sure.
I love
Good
that.
minds think alike.
Kev, you got some picks? What are we thinking?
Yeah, I'm gonna try not to take. I'm gonna only take. Shoot, There's definitely two that I was leaning. That Book took both, but
Ride with me, baby.
Hey,
I am. I'm gonna just. What's a two? Just a parlay with Max Griffin minus 175 with Roman Dolidze at plus 140.
plus 140 minus 175. So that you put 10 on that, you win 27. That's more my kind of bet, Kev.
I was gonna say,
You're not getting a lot, not a ton of value,
confident.
but you actually have a chance to hit. But Boog, if Boog hits, he's gonna be laughing in our faces. So it's like, what?
I
do
might
you
go
do?
throw this on Willie Hill, baby.
Boog needs my two legs though to complete your 197 there, mate. So hey, we just need to get units, man. I got to get some units.
Exactly. That's what we're about, Kev.
Yeah.
Collecting
Give
the
me
units.
a 2 for 2. Give me a good feel.
100%. Well, I'll throw 5 on all 3 of our parlays for us, and we'll come back next time and we'll check in and see what's up.
Let's go.
But unless you boys got anything else, I think that's pretty much a wrap. We went over 280, little Bay Area trades, Lakers, Broncos, upcoming UFC. Pretty fucking good episode, if you ask me, for number 2. Thank you, boys, for doing this with me.
All right.
Much appreciated. And we'll see you guys next time.